Welcome to Jim Bob's Garden.
Alright, so basically what I've done, after I cut off all the sticks, I'm just going through and I'm pulling the pods off of the sticks. As you can see, I've already done most of it. Got a few here left to go. You just pop the ends off. And I'm throwing the sticks over here. I want to use them as a mulch around my fruit trees. Doesn't take long. I have separated some of the green ones out. I'll show you why here in a little bit. I will say that there doesn't seem to be a lot of bugs on any of these. Like one little spider there. Maybe a gnat. Of course I'm kind of hillbilly, so I don't use gloves or anything like that. I'm sure that you probably should either use gloves or wash your hands thoroughly before doing any of this. But as I remember growing up in Kansas and gardening, we didn't use gloves at all, and we didn't really wash our hands a whole lot. And we seemed to survive just fine. So, I'm not saying you shouldn't by any means, but I really think that exposing yourself to a little bit of bacteria here and there isn't all bad. I think it's helped me to build a lot of immunities over my life that have kept me from being sick all the time. I've been very fortunate that I don't get a lot of colds. Don't get as sick as nearly as often as my daughter and my wife do. Or I should say my daughters. But along with that, I can tell you that the one daughter I have who used to play in the dirt all the time is the one that seems to have more issues with sickness than the one daughter who stays in the house all the time. So I don't know. It's hard to say what's what. Maybe someday in the future we'll get an answer. But I believe antibacterial soap will be the downfall of humanity in the long run. Because we won't be immune to anything. We'll die from anything. But, of course, that's just my hillbilly opinion. Get dirty, by God. Don't play with the pigs. That's my theory. Not scientific whatsoever, but a feeling nonetheless. So that's pretty much all there is to it. You just take them, cut them off, and then pull the pods off the vines. I'm tossing this, like I said, the vines aside, or the sticks I should say, aside to be used as a mulch, as I will do with the holes. But I did want to kind of see about how much of a harvest I got out of the one tree. Alright, so pretty good sized bowlful. That's what we got out of the one tree. Now I'm going to shuck them out and put them into this bowl to see how many actual peas we got. Now let me show you. All you do when it comes to actually shucking these, squeeze the sides and pull them apart, out come the peas. Now on these, the green ones, it's the same process. You just squeeze and out they come, but you'll see that these are the green peas. Now they're a lot softer. You can eat them raw. I have and do. But these are really good in stir fry. We use these several times in, or not in stir fry, but in like chicken fried rice and such. So, I got a few green ones, and they're really good. But now sometimes you won't get but one or two, and just kind of depends on what sizes, or how much they've grown inside the pods. But I found it seems to be that when they're kind of dark in the middle and green, or I should say dark in the lines in between and green on the outside, seems to be the best time to harvest them if you want to get them green. By then, they've grown to pretty good size. They're still soft and tender before they've turned black. Ah, don't drop. Oh man, I lost one. Dang it. Alright, so hopefully you can see. But now if you harvest them dry, ooh, that one's kind of rotted out. Might have waited too long. Now some of them you're going to get come out like this, where they aren't all that great. Just toss them. That's what I would do. If you're not sure that they're going to be good, because they should look more like this. Alright, when they're dried up. Alright, the nice brown color, nice and solid. Those are the ones we want to save. Anytime you're harvesting, if you're not sure that your product is good or that it might be rotted, don't keep it, toss it. You can always grow more next year. You can always grow more later. Unless you're starving, which I am not. Alright, so let me finish shucking all these and we'll show you the rest here in a minute.
Yeah.
Cool. I got blue light. Alright, so Alright, so basically after about an hour and a half of splitting the pods and getting all the pigeon peas out, this is what we got off of the one tree. You can kind of see it's not a lot. I'm thinking maybe a cup and a half. So it's not a lot. Now to be fair, probably a little over half of them were rotted out. So we definitely waited too long to harvest. So I'm going to get the rest of them now, and then next year we'll get them. This is January, so I probably should have got them somewhere in the end of October, beginning of November time frame. All right, but that's what I've got for today. Thanks once again for stopping by Jim Bob's Garden. Like, subscribe, share it with your friends. Grow something.